Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches. Today is day 16 and this 2-page sketch was created by Jennifer Gagney. Now I am going to do one side of the sketch. So if we cut it in half, we get this, right? Lots of mixed media, and then a place for photos. So I pulled out, oops, I accidentally pulled out the reverse of one of these photos. I pulled out some Star Tours photos, one of C3-P0 and then one of kind of the, this one goes here, one of kind of just like the cool kind of wall background. So I am going to scrapbook those and use one side of the sketch. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so I'm starting out with the All-Star stencil because it is my favorite stencil in the world. It is also the first stencil that I ever created for Scrapping Reflections. Yeah, fun fact, when Scrapping Reflections was made, I thought that I was going to be creating much more wood veneer and acrylic. And then on an off shot, like just as a, whoops, I'm gonna try cutting a stencil, that turned out. And I definitely focus more on the stencils than the acrylic and the wood veneer. It's been a hot minute since I've had an acrylic or a wood veneer release, let's be real. Besides the little Christmas stuff that I did for December projects. But anyway, just a fun fact in case, or not so fun fact if you didn't think that was fun, in case you were wondering. So I am just putting ink through the stencil with my blending tool, and I am purposefully not having it all in one level of like ink that's coming down. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to have darker spots and lighter spots, and that is because I'm going to bring in another ink color. I think I actually bring in 2 more ink colors, and I'm going to bring in colors that make the purple as well, right? So I'm going to get some pink and I'm going to get some blue. I think I actually started out with the blue, but then I am going to just overlap the stencil in certain places, and that is going to change the original color up a little bit. Now with these blending brushes, I do not use them with any other kind of ink. They are just used with these ink pads, so I'm not worried about contaminating like with dye or water-based or hybrid inks or anything like that. I'm using one ink type on them, so I don't worry about cleaning off my brush any other time. I do use different ones when I am working with my distress inks. So yeah, I use the foam blending daubers with those. When I am using these inks, I like to use the brushes. So here I am going to add that other color in, and like I said, this is just changing the base color a little bit. And there's no specific rhyme or reason, it's just where I think that that color might look good, I'm going to put it on there. And the beautiful thing is it's only blending on the star parts, right? Like, of course, there's ink all over the outside of the stencil, but that doesn't matter because it's only blending on the star parts. And then we're going to get the reveal, and I love this. My favorite part of videos. When people stencil and they don't put the reveal in their video, I'm like, you let me down. So anyway, there that is. Now we're going to get C3-P0 up here, and I am going to overlap them a little bit. Now in the sketch, it was much more of a vertical element, but I am making this work for me, right? Like I've got to scrap photos that I've got to scrap. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to add splatters as well, just because there was a lot of mixed media representation on the sketch, and I figured ink blending is mixed media light. So I thought I would bring in some splatters as well. Now, if I really wanted to go big mixed media, I could have done the packaging technique first, could have done stamping first, could have done a whole heck of a lot of stuff. But ultimately, this is what I decided upon, and it makes me happy. So just used a bunch of different colors in that, and then I have some 12 by 12 vellum, and I'm going to use this to cover up a portion of the layout. This just kind of softens the stars underneath of the vellum, and then that's what I'm going to put C3-P0 and that wall on top of that. Now, I wasn't concerned about seeing the adhesive through the vellum because I'm going to cover that portion up. I'm just not even a care in the world about it, you guys. Not even a care in the world. I just had a random thought pop into my head. I am at a retreat right now. I've beat everyone else here, so I'm in the room and doing some voiceovers. And I was like, oh, I should kick off my shoes and put on my slippers, and I did not bring my slippers. What a pain. What a pain. Okay, so I've got these 6 by 6 papers. One is a glitter and one is just a little dot paper. So I did trim down the photos ever so slightly because otherwise my 6-inch photos would just cover up the 6-inch paper, and I want the matte, right? Like I want the matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now you can kind of see that my vellum is curling up. That's because I put the vellum over top of the wet splatters. I did not wait for it to dry. I did not help it along to dry with my tool, you know, the tool that goes, what is that called? A heat gun. But I am gonna use some butterflies and chop them up and put them on the back of this photo mat. Now, at this point in my scrapbooking life, I have lost my scissors. I don't know where they went. Good news, when I was packing for the retreat, I found them. They were in a pile of papers, like real appropriate where my scissors should be. I even have a little scissor holder on the desk that I use. But sure enough, I didn't put it there. But I do like these scissors as well. I you know what, guys, in general, I love scissors. Anytime I get a new pair of scissors, it is a complete and utter joy for me. Christopher used to buy me the Cutter Bee scissors every year for Christmas. Until I had quite the collection of them. I think I had like 8 of them, and he was like, I'm not buying you any more of those. So I am going to use the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to go ahead and adhere my photos to the background paper. And I'm thinking, yes, this looks great. I am loving all of these variations of the purple. It is making my soul happy, you guys. Green is my absolute favorite color, but purple is pretty close. It is pretty close. So I am going to use these glitter thickers and spell out C3-P0 because that's who this is. I've got some random star die cuts and stickers that are just chilling out, and I was like, okay, maybe I should add some of these too. Can you ever have too many stars in Star Wars? I think not. I think not. However, this star was way pink, way pink. So I am going to start out with the purple ink over top of it, and I'm like, yeah, it's still really pink. And then I do the blue ink over top of it, and sure enough, it gives me a nice, beautiful purple star, and I'm feeling it. I'm going to put the C3-P0 up here, and I am using the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive because you know the thickers do not stick. They are thickers that are not stickers. It is such a shame. So, I'm going to put that down there, and do I do anything else to this layout? Yes, I do. I grab some of these bad boys, these little puffy star stickers, and I just put them around the photos because I think it looks cute. And then I'm going to add in a couple more stickers, I think, just so I can have a little bit more a little bit more of a presence of stars, because you and I both know there are not enough stars on this page. So I've got these little, I want to call them psychedelic. I know that's not the term, but psychedelic stars, because my brain's not working right now, that I'm pulling off of this Vicki Boutin sticker sheet, and I'm like, yeah, this works. I love it. So I'm going to put those on, and then after those stars get on, that's where I'm finally like, yep, I got enough stars on my Star Wars layout. So that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the 30 Days of Sketches playlist. It is full of exclusive double page sketches. And sometimes I'm not doing a double page. Sometimes I'm picking one side and going with it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.